Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the African Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. You may be wondering where we are today. We are, looking at my background, we are at the Black Star Square here in Accra, Ghana. Yes, Black Star Square. You know, Black Star and you know Ghana is synonymous. Ghana kicked off the independence in Africa, and ever since, African nations have been granted independence. So just recently, 3 days ago, Ghana celebrated its marked its 63 independence anniversary. We will say congratulations to the Republic of Ghana. Yes, we are here because to report some of the things and to actually consolidate our expansion, that's the expansion of Security Watch Africa across the African continent. We just recently having a talk with our partners here in Ghana that will make sure that we'll bring information, security information about security in Ghana closer to the people, both in Nigeria, in Ghana, and all over Africa. In a few days to come, you'll get to get more information about this collaboration with RCS satellite services. Thanks for staying tuned. My name still remains Patrick Abambo. Yes, today we'll be giving you the report from the Nigerian Army. It's been commendation galore for the Nigerian Army for what they are doing to ensuring that Nigeria is safe, that the fight against insurgency and terrorism is fought to a logical conclusion. So sit back as we bring you the report from the Nigerian Army.
The economy of every nation depends on a variety of sectors, ranging from financial, sports, entertainment, fashion, agriculture, manufacturing, etc. to boost its economy. Nigeria is not left out in these. For these sectors to thrive, the security sector must play its role. Since the advent of Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai as the Chief of Army Staff of the Nigerian Army, he has led his officers and soldiers to ensure that insecurity is curtailed in Nigeria. Recently, commendations, awards, and appreciations have been pouring in for the Nigerian Army both home and abroad. This week, General Buratai and his personnel received commendations from both sports and entertainment sectors. These commendations are a tangible way of these sectors saying thank you to the Nigerian Army. During a visit to the Chief of Army Staff by the IBB Golf Club team, led by its Vice Captain, Senator Emmanuel Anosike, the Nigerian Army was highly commended for protecting the nation and support for the Golf Club tournament.
When I came in as Vice Captain of IBB, they used to tell me about this adage that the Chief of Army Staff is somebody immediately you want to see him, they say knock. And when you knock, it shall be opened. And I took that adage. 1, 2, 3 times I've interacted with you. I knocked and it was opened. And after our tournament, the independent tournament, that was adjudged one of the best, we planned to see you, but we understood the enormity of the stress you've been passing through. And we understand the role you'll be playing for this country. And we said we have to take our time. We don't need to put you under pressure. That we must find a way when you are slightly relaxed, because we know you can never be fully relaxed, to come and pay this courtesy call. And luckily for us, we sorted for it, and by the grace of God, we had today to come and see you. We are grateful to you, and we'll continue to be grateful to you. I want to thank every one of us, or everybody that is giving support to our Excellency, to continue giving this support, because the most important thing is that support you give to your neighbor, also God will also give you that support. And the peace you people are giving us in this nation, God will also give you people peace. May God bless all of us.
Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai was equally presented with Independence Day Trophy for securing Nigeria.
Every good golfer knows that any day anybody enters your house, he will know that the difference is clear. Thank you, sir.
At their 9 biennial lecture held in Abuja, the Actors Guild of Nigeria poured encomium on the Nigerian Army. providing security for Nigerians and supporting the production of a movie titled Operation Last Dance. The movie, which is an advocacy film for the Nigerian Army, was premiered at the event. The national president of the Guild, Emeka Rolas Ejeze, commended the Nigerian Army for their immense support for Nollywood, which has played a major role in boosting the nation's economy.
I want to use this opportunity to commend the gallant efforts of Lieutenant General Burutai and the Nigerian Army for the trust reposed in us to deliver on the advocacy film, which will indeed be one of the deepest films ever done on the Nigerian Army.
The event had loads of dignitaries and Nollywood stars, both veteran and new ones, in attendance.
Looking there or what? Are they confused? Hey, thank you, sir.
Peggy Agbe, Security Watch Africa, Abuja, Nigeria.
Welcome back. Like you heard, that we must commend the Nigerian Army led by Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai for doing a yeoman's job, and commendation galore from across the globe, across the world, commending them. And we charge them to do more. They should not relent, because these criminals, these terrorists are still there, putting fears in the minds of people, minds of Nigerians. And all over Africa, here in Ghana, all they are talking about, they're asking us is, what is the situation with Boko Haram? We have had to explain to them the situation and how the Nigerian government, with the Nigerian security services, are ensuring that insurgency and Boko Haram is totally defeated. Yes, one thing that is also here people are afraid of is the issue of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 issue. The awareness is everywhere. People are scared, but I know that Ghana has not recorded any case. Just few hours ago, there was a reported 2 incidents, but it was later proven to be negative. So Ghana is still clean as we speak to you now, and Nigeria is tackling it, ensuring that those 2 people who have it are well taken care of and they do not spread it across. So sit back as we bring you this briefing by the Honorable Minister of Health that took place at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
The Nigeria's Minister for Health, Dr. Osagie Hanire, has assured Nigerians that the Federal Ministry of Health and the Nigerian Center for Disease Control is doing its possible best in curbing the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19, in the country. He reiterated that only 2 cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in Nigeria: the Italian and an indigene of Ogun State who had clinical symptoms following routine screening.
Since the beginning of the COVID-19 in Wuhan, the Federal Ministry of Health has been strengthening Nigeria's response capacity for public health challenges through its Public Health Services Division and the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. As at yesterday, 11th of March 2020, there are 2 confirmed cases of COVID-19 disease in Nigeria. There have been no deaths and no serious illness. We confirmed and reported the first case in Nigeria on the 27th of February by way of an Italian consultant who arrived from Milan through Lagos and traveled to Ogun State and reported sick just under 48 hours later. He has since been under care at the Infectious Disease Hospital in Lagos, and we have continued to test his viral load doing very well. We are ready to discharge him as soon as the viral load is within acceptable limits. The second confirmed case is a direct contact of the index case in Ogun State, who prior to confirmation of COVID-19 had been under quarantine as a contact. He had no significant clinical symptoms and was identified following routine screening. He is also receiving care at the Infectious Disease Hospital in Lagos. All other contacts have been contacted. A few are still being traced, and they're all being monitored.
He added that the Ministry of Health is working closely with border control agencies like Nigeria Immigration Service and Nigeria Customs Service through the upgrade of laboratory diagnostic capacities. He emphasized that all units of the medical sector are ready in case of an outbreak.
We work closely with border control agencies like Immigration and Customs. We are leveraging on our public health security infrastructure, which has been strengthened in the past 4 years, through the upgrade of laboratory diagnostic capacities. And this upgrade is still ongoing, for which we shall be always welcoming support.
The Controller General of Immigration, Mohammed Babandidi, who was represented by Deputy Controller General of Visa and Residency Directorate DCG, Victoria Isangiri, talked on visa administration and clarification on arrival. She stated that Nigeria visa policy has been reviewed to meet the reality of the ever-changing socio-economic and politically globalized world.
The Nigerian visa policy 2012 was a good effort by the federal government of Nigeria in realigning the visa policy to meet the reality of the ever-changing socio-economic and political globalized world.
She added that visa reviews are done from time to time for strategic policy documents and visa issuance is open to every nationality. In his closing remarks, the Honorable Minister for Health encouraged individuals to self-isolate themselves if they suspect any symptoms to protect others from contracting it.
But I wish to hear requests that countries, especially those with a high rate of community transmission, also conduct travel departure screening and restrain travelers with obvious signs of being unwell from boarding aircraft. We have observed cases of passengers arriving at our airports with signs of severe flu who have had to face the inconvenience of being taken for testing. Though all but that index case have proved negative so far, they do unnecessarily weigh on our resources, which are scarce. And those visitors without symptoms, again, we need to understand that they will adhere to the rule of self-isolation for 14 days.
The briefing was organized by the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, as part of the ministry's engagement with the diplomatic community and the media. Peggy Agbe, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Over here you can see lovely children, the future of Africa, the future of Ghana, coming to visit this Blaster Square. You can see that the people are getting to understand what this stands for, where we are standing. It's a historic place that every Ghanaians are proud of and Africans are proud of, because when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah brought independence to Africa, many thought it would not be possible. But here on this ground was where the independence was gotten, and that is why behind me is the statue for liberty and freedom. And it's a historic place we are, and we are glad to be here to do this to you. Yes, again, you know, the Nigerian police force, particularly the Anambra State Police Command, is making sure that criminality is wiped away from that state. The Commissioner of Police, John Abang, and his officers and men are working hard to ensure. We had an interactive session with him, and Sit back as we bring you this report.
In time past, kidnappers, armed robbers, and hoodlums have perpetually distorted the peace of the people of Anambra State, which led to fear of traveling, business transactions, and some other means of daily endeavors. But since the inception of CP John Bassey Abang as the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State, crime have been reduced to the barest minimum, and the people of Anambra, both home and diaspora, are always happy to return to the state and travel at their own convenient time. In recent time, peace, tranquility, and a thriving environment have been restored back to the people of Anambra State, embracing their slogan, Light of the Nation. In an exclusive interview with Security Watch Africa crew in his office in Awka, Anambra State, CP John Abang spoke on how he has been able to tackle crime and criminality in the state.
My IG was suddenly behind me. We had just had a conference with the IG in Abuja before Christmas, where he directed us on what to do to ensure we hold our command safe for Nigerians to celebrate their Christmas, particularly those of us in the south and east in that matter, this southeast zone. And Anambra, like you know, is a stakeholder in the east. All Igbos in the world, majority of them have come from Anambra State. So we had our structures on ground, and like I told you, the governor of Anambra State is very supportive. And of course, like I told you, he has keyed into the vision of the General of Police in terms of security. That has worked for us. So we knew what we were doing, and it was working for us, and we stood by it, and we knew that we were going to succeed. Personally, I was always all over in the field. We were even involved in things as minute as traffic control, because we knew that criminals can take advantage of snarls of traffic and rob people. So on several occasions, I went personally to the bridgehead, Owerri Road, and then Paul Junction to ensure that traffic is flowing seamlessly, and that worked for us, apart from other crime preventive measures we employed during this.
He further stated that he works with knowledgeable officers who knows their onions and are ready to deliver at any time.
I'm working with a bunch of dedicated officers who are ready to work, are ready to be led. So all I'm doing, I'm giving leadership, and I have officers who are dedicated and are ready to follow. And of course, like I said earlier on, we have facilities to work with, and that is responsible for what we are doing and succeeding right now.
Remarkably, he said that criminals should disappear or they will be disappeared, as Anambra State has been totally secured with different strategies and means.
Anambra is a state that's driven by divine mandate. This place is not meant for criminals, but if they insist on coming in, we get them arrested. And that was how we got them. So Nigerians have to be very careful. And I'm happy that also the IG is assisting us. We are also working with technology. So we shall beat them at their own game, because we are doing the right thing. They are doing criminality, which is against the laws of Nigeria and other extant laws.
Oris Adeoye, Security Watch Africa, Awka, Anambra State.
Welcome back from Awka, Anambra State. Yes, we are going to be taking you now to Pretoria, South Africa. You know, Security Watch Africa covers this wherever it's happening, from Nigeria to Ghana to South Africa to Ethiopia. Across Africa, we are there for you. Yes, just recently, Security Watch Africa Initiative entered and signed a partnership, sealed a partnership with Tshwane University of Technology in Pretoria, South Africa, on educating our security personnel, particularly Nigerian police, police officers across Africa, traffic management officers, and also those who are in the correctional services, how they can advance and acquire more knowledge. This is what we entered into partnership with Tshwane University of Technology. So we'll bring you the report on the official signing ceremony. Sit back.
The need for training and retraining of police officers and men cannot be overemphasized. Nigerians had in different occasions called for adequate and effective policing and the need for training of officers and men of the Nigerian police force. The Nigerian Police Force, being the lead agency in internal security in Nigeria, has been charged to improve productivity through training and retraining in line with world best practices. Security Watch Africa crew were at the streets of Abuja to get the views of Nigerians on training and retraining.
I think it's very paramount to train and retrain the policemen and women, in the sense that you could see the extent of insurgency in Nigeria now is on higher level. So the police have to be trained locally and internationally, not limited to Nigeria's police college, academy, but they have to be trained abroad. They should form collaboration with other countries like UK, America, Asian countries to come and train us, come and train the policemen and women, for them to be more proficient and efficient on their job.
So I think the best way to tackle them is to, maybe bring more foreigners to coach them on their, on their work, to improve their system.
Nigerian police need training. They need training, and they need to also kind of get in touch with other countries, how they do their own work.
In line with these views of Nigerians, Security Watch Africa initiative, led by the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Patrick Agbambu, signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Tshwane University of Technology, South Africa. In an interview, the head of Department Safety and Security Management, Tshwane University of Technology, Professor Jacob Mofoken, spoke on the essence of the MOU and the importance of home-based training to meet the peculiarities of the African continent.
Well, it's about the partnership that we have entered into with Security Watch Africa initiatives, as well as the department. I represent the Tshwane University of Technology, Department of Safety and Security. It's about the development of short learning programs, as well as diploma, advanced diplomas, as well as postgraduate studies, whereby Security Watch Africa initiatives will be able to be a missionary, to be able to reach out to its constituencies, so that then they become aware in terms of what Tshwane University of Technology is offering.
Professor Jacob outlined the different courses offered by the Faculty of Humanities and the opportunities for the police, correctional services, and traffic control.
For diploma courses, we have policing qualification as well as traffic, but we also have correctional services. Once we have an indication then from prospective students that they will also have interest in a particular area, then we can be able to provide with such. So within Tshwane University of Technology, we have many departments such as public management, where they are dealing with governance and things like that. We also, in the near future, working towards short courses such as vetting, such as, I think that it will be able to cut across many countries.
Lucy Tau, Security Watch Africa.
We are still here at the Blaster Square, a wonderful place. Though, you can see, it's time for us to leave and leave with us for other programs to continue. But if you have enjoyed watching us, make sure you join us next week on this channel, and also on our YouTube Live. We're on YouTube Live, Security Watch Africa on YouTube. You watch us or follow us on all our social media platforms. And on Facebook, you will get us there, or Twitter account. Send us your views and your comments so that we can take it up with you. It's been a lovely time presenting this to you, and I'm sure that by next week we'll bring you another exciting edition of this program from another wonderful location. You never can tell. But thank you for staying tuned, and bye for now.